Thank you for spending time out your busy day, Mr. Adam Lambert. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. Adam, 2009 was a really busy year for you.
Yeah.
Is 2010 turning out to be the same?
It's a totally different world. I mean, Idol was an incredible experience. You know, I really got to challenge myself creatively every week to try to, you know, come up with something new and keep people on the edge of their seats and surprise everybody and try to stay in.
Yeah.
But in a way, it was like a bubble. It was like this little, like, kind of other dimension. And now I have the opportunity and the privilege to be a part of the music industry and to promote my debut album. And it's a dream come true. This is what I've always wanted, is to be able to be an entertainer and be known for what I do and to get to be myself. It's pretty different from doing musical theater where you're playing other parts.
You mentioned Idol. Obviously, we have to touch on it. Did you realise just how big that bubble was or is?
You know, it's funny because as you're doing it, you don't quite get the scope of it, and then slowly but surely things would trickle into our little bubble. You know, I saw like the cover of Entertainment Weekly that I was on, and I was like, that's a trip! And, you know, I would see things, you know, written up, and I started getting, you know, calls from people that I hadn't seen or heard from in years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like 30 million, I think, a night watch it. I mean, I couldn't even wrap my head around that.
It is incredible. I mean, so I've seen you on interviews on people like Jay Leno, and I mean,
yeah,
just huge things to be part of.
It obviously, you know, it just changed my life. It totally, like, was a turning point for me, and it set my whole career up now.
I like that you talk about it with fond memories, right? Because I know I've interviewed people in the past who've been parts of these kinds of competitions, and they seem to want to get away from it, which is I think is a bad thing.
I had fun. I had a good time. I thought it was great. It was a great experience.
Good. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, I did.
Now, you are, at the moment, I mean, you are huge in America. I mean, everybody knows you in America. I think you're starting to get a lot known over on these shores. But how do you find yourself being over there? I mean, do you get recognised a lot? Is it
in the UK? It's not quite like it is at home. You know, I can kind of walk. I was walking down the street in London, and I stayed pretty anonymous. Went to a Whole Foods, and somebody recognized me, but she was so sweet, and I have no problem with that. So,
do you like that though? At the moment, where you can,
it's different to be anonymous again. It feels good as a change. But you know, it's all worth it. You know, I always look at it like, you know, that's a small price to pay for the opportunities that I'm getting now.
Oh, definitely. I mean, some of the opportunities that you are getting at the moment. You've done, or you're working on a song with Gaga.
I did, yeah. One of the songs on my album is called Fever, and Lady Gaga wrote the song, and we got together in the studio and recorded it. And she's amazing. I'm a huge fan. I have been since she came out, and she was a great producer for that song and a great writer.
Do you have a great relationship with her?
I mean, I would say we're acquaintances. You know, she's real busy, and so am I. But there's been the occasional text message, and you know, I've seen her here and there, and who knows? Maybe in the future we'll get to work together again.
Would you say there's any similarities between you and Lady Gaga?
Yeah, I can see. I've been told there's similarities. I see where they're coming from. I think we're both theatrical, and we're both kind of glam, and we both love to dress up, and we both like to be a little bit camp and over the top. And we have similar backgrounds as far as you know, she studied music and theater for a long time as a kid, and then kind of wound up doing kind of the club kid thing in New York, and I basically did the same thing in Los Angeles. So, yeah, we kind of have a similar sensibility, I guess. Well,
here's a bit of a question for you then. If you and Lady Gaga were to have a fashion off, a bit of a Zoolander-style catwalk show, who'd win?
I think she would. She's pretty genius with her costumes. But it's okay because I'll hit higher notes.
Your outfits are interesting though. You're definitely out there. I like your style.
Yeah, there's really, I mean, we're two different things, you know, but she's amazing. I love her.
Your video, For Your Entertainment, how did you like shooting that?
That was such a trip. I mean, I thought to myself, wow, that's kind of how I always saw the music industry, was from the video point of view. You know, as a kid growing up, you know, the first thing I would see were the videos on MTV as opposed to having the album. Yeah. So, you know, Michael Jackson and Madonna were my two big stars, you know, the king and queen of pop. So being on the set of my first video was like so surreal and a pinch me moment, you know. And I was really excited too because I worked with the director. His name was Ray Kay, and he was so great. And you know, he wrote a treatment, and I had my own ideas, and we basically collaborated as far as what we wanted the video to look like. Yeah. A lot of my ideas were incorporated into it. I got to help cast it. I cast the dancers with the choreographer, and I had some friends in the video that I've known in Los Angeles for years. So that was kind of cool, and got to pick out what I wanted to wear. So I felt like very involved involved in it.
What was your reaction the first time you seen the finished article?
Of the video?
Of the video.
I thought it was so good. I was really blown away. I didn't expect the editing to be that strong, and I loved it. I thought he did such a great job.
It's a really good video. If you want to know what we're talking about, go onto my blog, juicefm.com, and you can watch Adam's video. I'm going to play the single in a little bit. Now, in 2 years, if I've got my math right, you will be 30. Is this right?
Yeah, don't remind me.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
That's a scary number.
So what do you want to achieve before the big one then? What's the plan? Before you're 30?
30 years young. I really hope to have another album out by then.
Yeah.
And I think hopefully have toured and created more videos, since I do love the art of that. And who knows, maybe some film work. I don't know. It's definitely something that I'm curious about, and just continue to do what I love and to be happy.
That's the plan. That sounds like a good plan.
You know, just longevity is really what I'm after. You know, I want to be able to keep doing this, and my fans have been so amazing. Everywhere I go, I meet fans, and it's definitely a testament to the power, the universal power of music. You know, no matter where I go, there are people that like what I do, and so I just want to keep giving them a good show.
Brilliant. Well, the fans are the ones who are going to buy the album. What can they expect from it?
You know, the album's really cool. It's it kind of is all over the place in a good way. It's I'm definitely inspired by classic rock and glam rock, but I'm also inspired by pop and electronic music.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to do something that kind of incorporated all of that. And from track to track, you'll find like a different sound, a different flavor for everybody. There are songs on there that are songs like that you want to put on when you're getting ready for a night out in the town, or you're at the gym, or, you know, songs that you want to put on to like get down to and make out with somebody with. It's songs that you want to listen to maybe if you're like going through a tough time and you're looking for answers and encouragement, or if you're going through a breakup. There's something for everybody on there.
That's the kind of album I like, because you got
Me too.
An album to suit your moods. Then
it's a journey. Yeah, there's something for everybody in every moment of your life. I
look forward to it. Do you get much time off, Adam?
Here and there, yeah. I mean, there's like little like patches where I'm more busy and doing something, and then times where it lulls a little bit. And I like the workload. I think it's just right.
But what do you like to do when you actually get a bit of Adam
when
time?
I get some time off, I'm a very social creature. I have a lot of friends in Los Angeles, and obviously since I've been so busy, I don't get to connect with them as often as I used to. So I'll have dinner parties, or go out to restaurants, or, you know, to a bar, meet up with old friends, go to parties. I like to hang out and talk and laugh.
I thought somewhere in there was just going to be veg out on the couch in front of the telly.
Believe me, there's plenty of, like, I've had my days, you know, because I'm working so hard, where I'm like, okay, I'm going to have just like a day that doesn't even exist, where I just like lay in my bed with the covers up and the blackout curtains going and a candle lit, and I'm just out.
We all love
that does
days.
happen. Yeah.
New single then, For Your Entertainment, which is on the 26th of April. How would you describe it?
For Your Entertainment is, it's definitely, the rhythm of it is a glam rock shuffle, you know, like in the spirit of like T-Rex or Sweet, the goon goo got goon goo got. But sonically, it's very current, and it has like a kind of an electro pop glam feel, and it's sexy. It's kind of dark. It's kind of mysterious. It was produced by Dr. Luke. He's a great producer, written by Claude Kelly, and these guys are, you know, they've done songs for Britney and Katy Perry and amazing artists, and so it's definitely pretty sexy.
It's very catchy.
Yeah, it is catchy.
It's one of those songs that just stays in your head.
I was definitely, you know, vocally, when we were approaching it, I was inspired by Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
He was the vocal inspiration for it.
It's not a bad inspiration to have, is
No,
it?
he's one of the best in the world. He was one of my icons, for sure.
Well, I think it's about time we actually get it on. We play what everyone's talking about at the moment. It's out on the 26th of April. Adam, thank you very much for taking time to speak to us.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your time in the UK.
I will. Thank you so much.
I look forward to the album as well. Adam Lambert, thank you very much.
Thank you. Hey there, I'm Adam Lambert, and this is my new single, For Your Entertainment, with Steve Timmins on Juice FM.